Welcome back to Dad and Daughters Collectibles. Today, I have Bowman Chrome 2025 mega boxes times 2. Pick these up at GameStop. If you're a GameStop member, this is probably about one of the cheapest ways you can get them right now. Your GameStop member deal makes them somewhere between 47 and 48, which is a couple bucks off of retail. And then if you have like your monthly rewards, that's another $5 plus any other points. So I got these for under 45 each with redeeming all that stuff. Obviously, I bought stuff and so on and so forth, but that was my cost out of hand. So before I do that, I want to do a public service announcement, which is I bought this and was going to open it and did start recording a video of this 2022 update series Topps Chrome. Picked this up and started opening it, and something was very apparent early on that like this was not a regular hobby box, and I'm like, what is off here? Did I get duped by who I bought it from? What's going on? Because every pack had a purple that was not numbered, and you had sort of two cards, an insert or a third base, and then a purple. And I went through half of the box like that, and I was getting flustered, and I paused the video, and then I went and looked up more info about this, and it turns out Topps made a absolutely dubious decision with 22 update series for Chrome, which was, you can see this says update series, but this is a hobby box. I was like, did I not buy a hobby box? Because that's how it was labeled. Why does this feel like retail? And it turns out 2022 update, which has your Bobby Witt Jr. rookies. It has Julio Rodriguez, a pretty good rookie class with those guys headlining it. It turns out that Topps made all formats the same. So your chances of getting a hit in hobby were the same as retail, were the same as anywhere else you could find this. And so what you would expect in a hobby box to get 3 or 4 hits, like, and again, I didn't go into this with some sort of delusions of grandeur. Like I thought, hey, I'll get 3 or 4 numbered cards and maybe I'll get lucky. Well, it turns out I got no numbered cards, no auto, no numbered cards. Most expensive card, and value isn't everything, but just as a point of comparison, was a $2.89 with free shipping on eBay Bobby Witt Jr. rookie debut. And when you drop $150 on a hobby box, if your best card is $2.89 shipped, that is not what you're expecting. So I set $150 on fire. If you ever see this, try to think in the back of your mind, oh, that's a good deal on 2022 update. Think Bobby Witt Jr. rookies, think Top Chrome, think 2022, and hopefully that will jar your memory and say, hey, there's something weird about that set. And remember that if you're going to buy this for 150, you might as well just go buy some blasters or something cheaper, because this is not a good spend of your money. Of course, I could have hit something, but that's not the point. The point isn't that I could have hit something. The point is that this is not what you would expect out of a hobby box, and I would not recommend it for the prices they are at, which is unfortunate because I was super excited and my voice started trailing off real fast when you realize things were not as they seemed, which is why I'm not going to be sharing the video, because honestly, beyond just my disappointment, there's just nothing to show. There's just nothing good that I hit out of it. Again, when your top card is $2.89 for 150, you don't have much to write home about. So, all right, let us get into Chrome. I am going to have a hobby box of this tomorrow. So I initially was going to do the hobby box on October 13th. I'm going to bump that to the 14th. I have that pre-recorded. The reason I'm doing that is because I get to talk about the Brewers and the fact that they just beat the Cubs and are going into the NLCS prior to Game 1. So I can have that talk. So as a Brewers fan, I will tell you that here's our 2 mega box packs. I will tell you that after they lost Game 4, nerves were very high. If you know anything about the Brewers, they have struggled for whatever reason to close out series. And as fans, it just felt like, oh my God, is this happening again? Like, this team is too good. We had the best record in the league. This shouldn't happen to us this year. And then you're on the verge of it happening again. There's a nice Cheerio. And it turns out they pulled it out with a really great, not too dramatic win on Saturday. So they're going to the NLCS. The other thing is I just did not want to lose to the Cubs. Milwaukee and Chicago are very close in proximity. A lot of Cubs fans are in Wisconsin. I grew up in having access. Here's a nice laser of George Lombard. He is one of the 2 top Yankees prospects. If you grew up like I did in the late 80s, we had not a satellite dish, but an antenna on the top of our house. And we had WGN, which played all the Cubs games. So I watched Cubs. One of the reasons I'm a big baseball fan, quite frankly, is because of the Cubs. I was never a big fan, but I could watch baseball all summer because Cubs did not have lights at that time. So again, TBS had the Braves games and WGN had the Cubs games, and I could watch those games. And the Cubs did not have lights, like I said, so they were on in the afternoons. There's a nice Roman. No rookie shield, which is expected. Next year, Series 1, it'll have the rookie shields on those. And there are a lot of Cubs fans in Wisconsin. And a lot of people from Illinois, especially the Chicago area, come and vacation in Wisconsin, and they spend a lot of money here. So it's good for the economy that they do. But there's sort of it's not bad blood, but it's, a little bit of a rivalry between Chicago and Wisconsin. So had we lost to the Cubs, it would have been taxing on my mental mood and capacity, but I'm glad we won. There's a big part of the reason we won yesterday was he put in a couple of really good innings and got us out of a jam in the 6th inning. And so very, very happy with the way that worked. So do I want to should I save the Mega? Well, I'll do these Mega Box packs first. So with that said, will I be disappointed if they lose to the Dodgers? Yes. Is it anywhere near as big of a deal as if they had lost to the Cubs? No. And I think it's about a 50-50 series. And I am hoping, looks like we got an auto, Eduardo Quintero. Awesome. Very, very cool. I think I saw somebody else get this guy. 285 average, 394 slugging, 812 OPS. Born in 05, so just turned 20, out of Venezuela. On the Mojo Auto. Very, very cool. Hope you do well for the Dodgers. Well, you're not on the club now, but, hopefully the Brewers beat you. Beat you this year. Where was I going to say? I think it's about a 50-50 series. Obviously, the advantage the Dodgers has is they've been in these big situations before and gotten through them. But the Brewers play a type of... I feel like the Dodgers play a type of baseball that is meant to beat the current modern baseball methodologies, if you will, hitting home runs, throwing fast, etc. Whereas the Brewers don't play that style, which is... There's a nice Drake Baldwin rookie. Which may be one of the reasons why we can pull it out, is the Brewers have a good top-to-bottom lineup. They take extra bases, they steal bases, and they have a deep bullpen. Lots of reasons to think the Brewers might be able to pull it off, and I think the David versus Goliath aspect of it, the Dodgers being big market, big payroll, and the Brewers being small market, small payroll, is really interesting storyline as well. So we will be rooting for the Brewers very hard here in the next series, and hopefully they can pull it out and get to a World Series, which they have not done since 1982. DJ Layton on the first Bowman. Laser. It's kind of a cool picture with the international. Almost looks like an odd card, but it is, I think, just the regular. Sorry, I've been talking more about baseball than the cards, but as a Brewers fan now, is in a very exciting time. Like I said, so Gilbert, Marchand. The one thing about Chrome, this 2025 Bowman Chrome versus 2025 Bowman, is that there are... this is a very, very big international prospect group, and I think as Americans, right, we just have no familiarity with a lot of these guys, right? So I mean, you just see some of these guys, a lot of them international signings, a lot of them don't even have, right, stats not available. They haven't even played an inning in the minor league, so it's not even like they've been people we've been following or were draft picks in college. They're just very unknown to us, as opposed to 2025 Bowman, which had more known people, right? So I think that's the one big difference, is a lot of this is just kind of open it and go, oh, okay. And then you're going to sit on some of these guys for a while, which is why, again, I still prefer 2025 Bowman retail if I can find it. But all that has gone anywhere between 35 and 40 as the lowest amount at this point, if you can find it at that price, and a lot of it has gone up from there as well. So again, some good rookies and first Bowmans in there, but let's get to these mega box packs and see if we can close it out with something numbered or another auto, or a numbered auto. Kobe Mayo, Johan De La Cruz, Bo Bichette, Braylon Cortesa, and this is upside down Mookie Betts, upside down for no reason other than to fool us. All right, last pack. Sorry I yapped at you guys all a lot here, but had a lot to say, and that's why I wanted to get this video out there today. It looks like all base, so if we have anything, it'll just be a base auto. Salas, Dolander, this would be where the auto is. It's not there. Ronnie Cruz, and Cam Smith, Mojo rookie. So second box was, and this seems to be the experience, about every other has an auto or a numbered. So I am definitely glad we got one of those two. And we will look into Mr. Eduardo Quintero here. It does have a very nice signature. It looks like it focuses on the last name. Quintero would be my guess. Quin T with the O at the end. So, oh, look at that. And it loops around, makes the T. Man who definitely spent a little bit of time thinking about his signature before signing the card. So, all right, that is it for today. We have Bowman Chrome Hobby tomorrow. And as a quick spoiler alert, we do hit a very low numbered card in that. Again, it'll be a prospect that we have to hold on to because I don't know anything about him. But it is a very, very cool low numbered parallel. And then on Thursday is going to be I've been alluding to a surprise box. It is one I've opened before, and has some no huge cards in it, but has really cool cards in it. So some big names, big parallels, nothing worth hundreds of dollars, but they're really cool cards, and I get pretty excited. It's pretty cool. Good hits throughout it to showcase, and I'm excited to share that one. Then after that, we will get into updates, and then basketball, Topps basketball, because they got the license back, and that'll be coming out. I got a bit of that coming. WNBA should be out by end of the month as well. So lots of cool stuff coming to the channel. Give us a like and subscribe if any of that sounds good. And remember, girls are collectors too.